Good morning. I'm Jeannine.
And I'm Kris. And welcome to the Blue Fiber Tree.
Yep. So it's our last video of 2024.
Okay, quiz.
What?
How long have we been doing this?
This is our full second year. January will be the start of the third year.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
I feel like it's been longer than that.
No, I think it's only been a couple years.
Guys, it feels like it's been forever. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's 2 or 3, but I feel this is the end of the second year because we started it in January, the year that we started.
Well, if you know, you can comment underneath here and tell us how long we've been doing this because apparently we don't know. I jingle.
She doesn't know.
Like my head jingles. My what is this? My sweater jingles? My llama?
Her Christmas llama.
My Christmas llama?
Yep.
It's that time, guys.
Different hat every day.
I mean, if you
You have
can,
so
why
many of
not?
them.
I know.
She has a lot of hats.
Tomorrow I'm wearing the one that Laura knit me, and it has, she put a little candy cane on the side. She knit me this purple and blue hat, and then put a little candy cane right here for me. I like it. I like my hats. It means I don't have to do my hair.
Have you worn your sweater with the Santa yet?
No, because he's MIA.
No.
He is. He's MIA.
It made you look pregnant.
I know. I gotta find. Right now, I look pregnant all on my own from Reese's peanut butter cups at midnight. But yeah, he does. He makes me look pretty.
Do you remember the one? She's got that sweater with the big Santa
and he's
head
got
right
little
here.
arms that hang out in his little feet. Oh yeah, he's all puffy. It's crazy. Cameraman Bob, you know to turn off your phone while we're filming.
Or at least silence it.
He's going on Santa's naughty list for not following the rules.
That's okay.
Oh my God. I can't believe it's the end of the year.
I know. So it's the end of the year. We've had a very busy 2024 between you with all your fiber shows and everything that's been going on in here. It's just been super, super busy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
But
so
fun.
Yes. And it's been a good year in spite of everything else happening around us. It has been a really good year in here.
Yeah. It's been taking, it's like, it's, with us being this our first full year together, like for shows, it's taken me, I don't know about anybody else, but it's taken me an adjustment period of learning how to function, like doing all the shows, plus working a regular job, plus trying to be in here to teach.
Yeah.
And I think now going into 2025, like going to be much easier to plan because there are certain months we just know, like, forget it. Like, why try? Because there's just too much stuff going on and it's easier that way.
And no matter how much you plan and prepare for the shows, something's always going to happen.
Yeah.
You just never know. You have to go in thinking, yay, good year. Expect the worst, pray for the best, and just go with the flow.
Yeah. You really have to do that, you know? And like last year, there were times when I thought like, okay, we'd go to a show, I'd come back from the show, and then I'd have X amount of time where, okay, I could maybe do a class or take on a couple extra clients. And then we go to the show and we sell out of almost all of our fiber. And then I have to figure out how to dye all this fiber in like 4 days. And so, yeah, we thought we were decent planners before the year started. We will now be excellent planners going into this next season.
Every year will be an improvement on what you've done before, and then it'll be old hat, and you'll go, I got this, no problem.
I can't wait for that day because right now we still get curveballs. But that's okay.
Look, I've been in business for 9 years now, and I still get curveballs, so it's like, we're good.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. When you say how long you've been open, I know how long I've been spinning. Like,
because you learned.
8.5.
Yeah.
May will be 9 years for me that I've been doing. Wow. And I still love it as much as the first day I started.
And look how far you've come.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm excited. 2025 is going to bring some fun. I will officially finally be teaching at a show.
Yay.
I'm teaching at Michigan Fiber Festival in August.
Yeah.
That'll be the fundamentals of core. Is it fundamentals? Yes. Fundamentals of core spinning. Just a 3-hour workshop there. But we'll see what Kentucky and Wisconsin say, because I've applied to teach at those as well.
That'll be fun.
And that's like, 3's probably a good number to start to see how it goes for next year. Sue mentioned, she goes, I think you should teach something other than core spinning as well. And I go, oh, what would that be, Susan? She goes, well, she goes, not a lot of people understand the benefits of spinning from the fleece. I go, you mean spinning in the grease? She goes, yeah. And I went, Sue, if 20 people sign up for a class, I have to have 20 at least partial fleeces, so at least 10 fleeces. I ain't giving up my fleeces for students. No offense, students. Fleeces are hard to come by.
They are, especially good ones.
And she goes, well, then they could bring their own fleece. I go, no, because they're going to bring a fleece that's got all this nasty, nasty stuff in it. And I'm very careful about, when I spin from the grease, I'm very careful about what locks I buy that I'm willing to spin from the grease in. And while that is lovely and your hands feel great and soft from doing so,
it's also a smell. I mean,
oh my God, 20
smell.
fleeces, even 10 fleeces with people all spinning in the grease.
I guess it ain't happening if you saw that face.
I know, that was a real pretty face, wasn't it? But no, so I just was you've lost your mind. Get away from me. And she goes, well, you have to teach something other than core. You know other things than core. I go, easy, Tonto.
Yes, but you could also teach something that isn't spinning as well.
I know.
You know other stuff too.
I do. And while I would love to do tri-loom, and I do have enough looms I could teach 12 people tri-loom. I have way too many tri-looms. I want to be careful because there are other vendors that are friends, and one of them happens to be the daughter of pretty much the person that wrote the book on continuous strand weaving.
Yes, I know.
So I don't want to step on her toes. I would never, ever in a million years. So it's just a matter of me looking at the shows that she doesn't go to and putting together a platform to teach there.
Well, if you approach her, she's going to be okay with it.
She won't care if I teach it show she's not at, but I would never try to teach it at Michigan because she's there. I would never try to teach it at Young's because she's there.
Is she teaching at those shows?
Yes.
Then
she always teaches at the shows she goes to. That's just what Bex does.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And, other than tri-loom or spinning, I don't really want to teach rigid Heddle. There's a ton of people that do rigid Heddle classes.
Yeah, because they have those workshops. And most of the workshops at the shows, the bigger shows, it's the day before the show even starts. Some are during the show and some are the day before.
Yep.
So it takes an extra day.
Correct. So it just, I don't know, spinning and weaving are my thing. So, and then when it comes to the world of spinning, there's a lot of spinning classes at shows.
Yep.
There's a lot, but when I was looking through some of them, there's a lot of beginning spin. There's how to control your draft. There's things like that. So in the world of the art yarn side, there's a couple, Julie teaches how to do artisan yarns. So she kind of brings a ton of types of art yarns into one class instead of focusing on one type.
Right.
I would probably focus on one type because I'd rather let's learn this really well. Right. And then next time we'll learn another. So, I don't know. I got to think about it.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is.
You got a lot of competition in the instructor world out there.
Yeah. I teach, because I do all the teaching that I do here. Yeah. And it's hard to go beyond the basics. So, knitting and crocheting, it's per person. If you have a special need or you have, I'm stuck on a pattern or, I'm still new. Can you show me how to do this? Sure. Not a problem. I got that down. As far as the rigid Heddle, once we get past that basics and you have your own loom, is when people start to come back after a while and they go, I need help with this, or how do you do that? Again, it's going to be more one-on-one.
Yep. Because
there's not that many people out there who want to do an advanced weaving. Right. And if you do, let me know, because I will gladly put it on the calendar.
She's your girl.
So, yeah, it I like the weaving. I did at least one tri loom last year. One person said, I want to learn how to do this. I'm like, okay, fine, come on in. And I showed her how to do it. I don't schedule it because it fell off. Nobody has an interest, but it's there. It's still
In our WAFA group, there's a ton of people that do
the tri loom.
continuous strand weaving. Yeah. I did a demo there, and my freaking inbox blew up with questions on, how do I pick my first loom? If I'm using this type of yarn, do I skip a nail? Do I do every nail? It was like, oh, well, can I add art yarn after the fact? Yes, you can. How do I do that? Oh, Lord. That's a whole,
yeah.
There's so many different ways to add.
You got to plan for that too, though, because you got to leave space to put that in if you're going to add it later.
Right. So it's out there, just like maybe in our area, it's not so prevalent yet.
Right.
Or maybe it goes in phases.
Yeah.
There are things that, remember when we were doing all the classes, we'd have macrame was really, really popular and nobody was doing, whatever, the frame loom weaving. Then we do a lot of frame loom weaving, then we would not do any macrame.
It cycles. I get it. Yeah. So maybe
next
this
year. Yeah.
2025, maybe we'll do more of that. Who knows? We'll see.
You go. Maybe if we put some, we'll put some more, even just little short reels of continuous strand weaving stuff up on the playlist.
That's cool. Yeah.
Speaking of playlist.
Yep.
We are going to change up how we do our playlist. Instead of popping something up there
once a month,
after each video, once a month, whatever, anytime we do a video that has to do with trying to teach you something, we're just going to put it up on the playlist. We're going to make it easier for everybody.
Yeah, so then that way, if we have stuff that we've got, we don't have to wait until that fourth Sunday to add a play. We're just going to do it as we have stuff. That way it'll make it easier.
Well, it will.
And if she has stuff and I have stuff, it'll be more often.
Well, absolutely.
We'll put more things up there, and then if you have questions, and I check those. I look at the comments at least once a week, every other week, just to see what's going on up there. So if you have questions, please, stick them up there. Be more than happy to answer your questions.
And most of you that watch know how to get a hold of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if you don't comment and you still want to get a hold of us, you can find us both through our Facebook pages, our Instagram pages, our websites.
Yeah.
There are 1,010 ways to contact us. Trust me, you can find us if you need us.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we're not doing any calendar events today because it's,
she's closed.
I'm closed. Yeah, so this is going to air on the 22nd, just before Christmas, which meant yesterday, the 21st, was the last day that the store is open for 2024. Hopefully,
and
you guys got in.
Officially on her vacation. For that.
Yeah, he's laughing.
They're going to be working in the shop. They're doing some improvements and some fun things.
Well, I have to do my year-end inventory. My Etsy store will still be open, so I'll still have to deal with that. And so it's never a completely away.
I really hate the fact that you just said inventory.
You got to do it too, don't you?
I do. I don't wanna. But on the other side of that, not only do I have to inventory, I have to redo pictures for the website.
Yeah, but this gives you the opportunity while you're inventorying, you can take pictures at the same time.
I know.
And you won't be by yourself. Sue will be there.
She's a lot of help.
Okay.
She's going to be in a sling.
When's her surgery?
We're hoping the day after Christmas.
Oh.
Which means...
You have Monday and Tuesday. Well, yeah, Monday.
I'll be out of town.
Oh.
No, I'll wait, Monday and Tuesday before Christmas?
Yeah.
I work at the salon 12 hours each day.
You're supposed to be backing off.
Not the week before Christmas.
She's never going to stop.
I work 8 days straight right before Christmas. And if you think I'm spending Christmas Eve in that barn, you are higher than a kite. Nope. Not happening. Love y'all. Not dying a darn thing on Christmas Eve. And if truth be told, I will probably be finishing my sewing project for my daughter on Christmas Eve morning before she pops over.
We're going to be making cookies all day.
Oh, I'm going to their house and stealing some of Bob's cookies.
We're going to do it on Sunday. And then we're going to do it on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll have them all done.
I was going to start some of them today.
No. It's too early.
I gotta take some to work this week.
No, they're not allowed to have any.
Wait, your Christmas crack cookies?
Yeah.
No, they can't have those. They're banned. Because if you use all your supplies making it for them and we don't get any, there's going to be problems.
He made 2 batches, one for work, one for family. Or did you make 3 batches?
Not yet.
Not yet. What?
Not yet.
I know there's at least 2 in the fridge. Kids call them crack cookies.
They are crack cookies. You can't stop eating them. And he's probably the reason I gained an extra 10 pounds last year at Christmas. You think that I shared those cookies you gave me? No. No, I did not.
You know how the potato chip commercials, you can't eat just one.
That's what these are.
You can't eat just one handful.
Just get a plate, get a bib, attach it to the front, just keep eating the cookies. I do that and with the pizzelles that Laura brings me every year.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So yeah, so we got cookie making. Okay. So yeah, so at least I won't be in here a lot of days straight because it's broken up with the way the holidays fall. So
okay,
well, I'll get it done.
That's good.
And he volunteered to help, plus all the stuff that we have to do in here for the racks and stuff. So yeah.
You're a nice man.
You guys wait until you see the store when it comes back after January.
I'm excited.
We reopen on the 6th, so the biggest improvement is going to be in the weaving area. Wait till you see it. We're going to change that area up, make it better, much better.
Less cluttered.
Yeah, Bob's all about getting rid of clutter. It's hard. There's a lot of stuff in here.
There is.
I mean, one of these days, Jeannine should do a little like this and compare it to the first video that we did this.
When it was empty or after
you first moved in
yeah,
and
there's
everything
a lot
was
more in here now.
I think you've doubled. I do.
There's a lot.
I really, really think
there's a lot in here.
There is.
She doubled the size of her store, then she doubled her inventory.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm basically just about, I have those core yarns that everybody loves and that we sell. And I watch and only try to bring in 1 or 2 new lines
in the seasons,
right. Which means 4 to 5 new yarns per year.
Right.
Which is hard to determine, and then the stuff that isn't selling, it ends up on the charity rack. So, or on the
and then it eventually
rack.
sells over there too. So,
yep, there's holes over there. So
I'm so sad about some of that stuff that ends up over there that people don't end up liking it, because some of the stuff that's over there is so amazing, and I'm just like, y'all don't even realize what you could use this for.
90% of what's over there is discontinued from the yarn companies.
Yeah, no,
the
I
other
understand
stuff
that.
Is the stuff that doesn't sell here in this store, and it ends up over there.
Well, and I think they discontinue it because it's not a big seller for them and things like that.
And
some of the stuff I don't understand. Right,
they're wrong.
That's what I'm saying. There's stuff over there that there's no reason for them to discontinue.
Do you know, at least once a week somebody asked me about Nordic tapestry?
That was the best
That was the biggest loss.
I mean,
I don't know why they discontinued.
Bring it back. I could sell tons of it.
I know. Bring it back just for her.
Don't you still have that yarn? Nope.
No, and if you find somebody selling a skein of it somewhere, just buy it.
Yeah.
Just buy it because you're not going to get it anywhere.
It was the best yarn ever, and I still get people go, oh, I want to make another. I'm like, sorry.
So I did a pair of gloves to go with a cowl that I made for one of my clients, and they were crocheted, but it had the faux cable that you can do in crochet going up the top of it. And wow, if I had had Nordic tapestry, it would have been so beautiful.
When we wear those sweaters, I have one customer, she made one of those sweaters, and when she goes to restaurants, she gets stopped all the time about that sweater.
Where did you buy that sweater?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
girl.
like, oh no, I made this.
Oh,
like,
no, I made this.
No way. Yeah, it's awesome, and I wish they would bring that yarn back. So,
please, if you're listening,
bring it back.
We'll tag you. We'll do a hashtag underneath here and say, Nordic tapestry, we love you. Bring it back.
Yep.
No, it was gorgeous.
That was fabulous yarn.
We truly hope that your holidays are just blessed and full of fun and family, good health, good cheer.
Yep.
We appreciate you so very much for
Yeah.
coming in and visiting with us and hanging in there with Miss Jeannine when she is all by her lonesome when I'm traveling the country.
I thought I was going to be alone forever.
I know. And this year more so because
You're going to be busier.
well, no, I mean this past year. It's not even about that.
Oh,
This past
yeah.
year, like, I don't think we truly knew what we were getting ourselves into.
Right. And the scheduling was weird because in order to do that, hey, do you have an hour where we can sit down and do this? Nope, I'm dying from 6 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. I'm like,
And then I was taking clients on Sundays. Like it's been nuts. So I'm gonna have to
crazy.
retrain what clients I have. And I've been doing it as I've been booking their beginning of the year appointments. I've been like, okay, so listen, just listen. January, February, March, kind of not a big deal. April and May, yeah, you're gonna see me on a Tuesday to a Thursday. And if you don't see me on a Tuesday to Thursday, I love you. You're not going to see me till June.
Yep.
And that's just how it's going to be. Even though I do have a couple of weekends, I can't, in those 2 months, I cannot give up my weekends.
well, no,
Because there's other things that I need to do
right.
besides hair.
And it's not just hair and it's not just the shows. There's that personal life that you got.
I don't
going
have
on.
personal life. What personal life? I don't have personal life.
I make time for it.
I don't have personal life.
Hey, I'm not open on Sundays. That's my personal life. And then you see me every evening and in the mornings before you go to work. And Saturday nights is our date night.
Well, and I heard that you come in here too, though.
He does.
I heard that you come in here every now and then. You get to spend time with her.
He comes in during an open group and everybody's like, hi, Bob!
The little ladies love him.
They love him.
They love him. But thank you again.
Yeah,
we
thank you.
We truly value you, truly appreciate you. If there are any things that you guys are thinking that you would like to see go on the playlist for demos or
anything you want to learn here in the store, you know, I do run out of ideas. It's really hard to come up with new things to teach. We've got a knit along and a crochet along that is coming up through a couple of the different yarn companies for next year. So
awesome.
I've already got people signed up for those. So that kind of takes care of the when you're going to do the next thing. But don't be afraid to reach out if you want to do a sweater or anything else. You guys know that I'm here for you to do that. But you know, I want something new too, and sometimes I get stuck into the same old routine, and I need inspiration from you to figure out what it is to do so that I can jump in.
I get it. I need
hard.
to work. I need to work a little more on like some of my pattern designing.
Right.
Because one of the things when I was doing the demo yesterday on WAFA, we talked about the various uses for art yarn.
Yep.
And while I'm talking to the camera, I go, you know, part of the problem that we have as art yarn spinners is patterns aren't made for us.
Correct.
They're really not. We look at patterns and go, and look at our art yarn and go, well, that's kind of super bulky. That's kind of chunky. That's kind of this. That's kind of that. You know, we need some patterns for art yarn spinners.
Right. And, you know, you can put the art yarn into weaving, but what if you don't weave?
Right.
And you can tell somebody, well, you know, use it for your cuffs, use it for the collar, use it for the brim of your hat. Well, how do I do that? That's the next question.
Right.
How do I do that?
Correct. And some of the samples I was showing were, you know, hats that I did. My one that's 2 inches too short, that only fits a kid. Don't play yarn chicken. Make sure you have enough yarn. But I think that, you know, part of my, and it may not, like patterns might not surface till 2026.
Right.
But I think part of what I'm going to work on in 2025 is developing some simple patterns.
Right.
For art yarns. You know, I would absolutely love to have like a sweater made from art yarns.
Yeah. So you've got a couple issues there, you know, because art yarns can be heavy.
They can.
They're definitely warm.
Correct. So you have to contemplate like, how am I going to do it? What kind of art yarn? Am I going to do core? Am I going to do thick and thin? Am I going to like, And is it going to be something that I'm going to wear something under? Because if it's thick and thin, it's going to be holey. Okay, well, so
what if I just do a vest instead of a full sweater?
Right, so there's a whole
Yeah.
slew of stuff to take into consideration when you start doing this. One of the things that I am doing is I do know that one of the patterns I'm doing is our gloves out of core yarn.
Okay.
But it's us doing a thinner core yarn. Like how to work with something that might end up on the bulky, not super bulky, chunky.
Correct.
But something like that.
A little more controlled, so it's a little smoother, more even, as opposed to the lumpy and bumpy.
Yes. So that's one of the things. And for people that spin art yarn, I really do feel like a lot of them get stuck trying to figure out how to put it in weaving.
Right.
And I don't think that has to be, I've started trying to use more of my art yarns, and as I get going, I got a lot of cowls. I've knit a lot of cowls.
Because they're easier.
Yeah, they are.
But still, yeah.
And it's, and when you've done and I did a cowl out of coiled yarn, so it's actually really stretchy.
Mm-hmm.
And you see these little weird looking bubbly round beehives coiled all through it. You still see the stitch definition in the knitting, and it's funny because I didn't use a pattern. I just wanted to see. It was me practicing my bottom rolls and my top roll.
Because you did stockinette.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, huh.
It's okay at the top, not so much at the bottom.
And it worked for this specific one. Like when you look at it, it actually works that it rolled at the bottom a little bit, the way it sits on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, lesson learned. All right, I'm not undoing this, but I'm gonna coil some more yarn, and I'm gonna work at the bottom and go, okay, let's rethink this.
Yeah.
Because I think we're missing an area.
Yeah.
That needs some focus.
That's cool. Well, guys. Yes, we could sit here and ramble on forever about yarns and patterns and stuff, but we need to get going. So, yes, truly, we came in today just to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Next year's going to bring a lot of fun stuff.
It is.
I cannot wait.
Check our websites. I update mine weekly. I try to every week.
Mine is officially updated with 2025 shows.
Yay.
I got that up. And I got a little message up there that is not the one from September. So I updated my message.
Yay.
I know. Hey, I'm real bad at that. But yes, everything's updated. All the links to the appropriate shows are in the right place for once in my life.
January schedule is up there. Go ahead, check it out. We didn't review the schedule today, but you can find it easily on the homepage of longtailknits.com.
You'll pop it below.
Scroll down. I will. I'll put it down in the description.
There you go.
And so again, please help me help you by making some suggestions.
Yeah, on
what you would like to learn something new. In all the techniques that we teach here in the store, felting, knit crochet,
absolutely,
weaving, any of it.
So our next video is going to air second weekend of January, right?
12th.
All right. So officially, we will see you next year.
Absolutely. You guys have a great one. Enjoy time with your friends and family.
Absolutely. Like and share, please, okay?
Yes, we will see you next year. Bye.
Bye.
And this is Cameraman Bob saying best wishes until next year. Bye.